Harvey hit on a Friday afternoon, and so everyone was watching the news, and we all became very helpless very quickly because the rain came down so fast. Over 30 inches of rain. The creeks were out of bounds by 10 to 15 feet.
Harvey was a disaster. There's just no way around it. I mean, they're calling it, there was no name for it at first. They finally called it the Noah's flood because they couldn't come up with a more devastating type of water environment. And it was 52 inches of rain.
We all became islands. We couldn't go. The water in my street was up to my thighs.
I don't think until you've actually had your friends and your family flooded and had the people that you know and you love in your community without anything that you realize how much the devastation really has impacted a community. And we had to see it firsthand, and it was hard.
The water was about maybe 3 feet high.
Actually, I was just wondering if we were all going to survive this thing. You know, it was so scary.
I had never experienced anything like this before. For 5 days, I couldn't get into the center.
Wow.
The roads were blocked, and there was no way that I could get from my house to here. 5 days of rain that I just thought would never stop, more than I had ever seen.
My staff was boarding up everything, getting everything secure, and we literally had 24 hours to get everything together and evacuate.
We thought that we had dodged the bullet.
Right.
And then came the news that we had some carpet damage. Then we started cutting into that and pulling out a lot of sheetrock damage. And eventually, when the dust settled, it's sheetrock damage across the entire back.
My first thought was, how am I going to serve these clients who need relief and support and a place to come to for hope?
But I know that we were reaching out to our staff, to our volunteers, to our board, our actual clients that we see on a regular basis.
I saw where there was a need in the community. As the churches were starting to close down their distribution centers, I knew there were still people without. And diapers, formula, baby clothes, all those things that are lost in the floods, it was real easy for me to be able to step up and say, we can give you those. You don't have to buy those this month.
We were only closed to clients 1 week.
Yeah.
It was our priority to be back up and running. We do want to be that anchor in the storm. And I would say that we've had very little interruption of services, and that's our primary goal.
We saw the community of Baytown and really the greater United States come together. We've had people from all over the country bringing items to our little facility right here.
From Harvey, we've had the ability to get a lot of resources from our community, from the organizations, the different churches and ministry. Our center is packed with supplies.
We were able to keep our doors open through the storm.
Wow.
Harvey's gone.
Yeah.
The city's rebuilding, but we are able to be right here. When that 20-year-old woman walked through the door today, we were there, we were ready to meet with her.
While this whole storm was going on, we were at conference, and folks were really missing the folks from Texas, and we really wanted to raise money to help support the folks in Houston and the surrounding area. So we've been able to do that. The affiliates across the country have been very, very generous.
I've been worrying so much since I came back from New York. So concerned about the clients, the center. Thank you.